എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. ഇന്ന് നമ്മളോടൊപ്പം ഉള്ളത് മുൻ ത്രിപുര മുഖ്യമന്ത്രിയും Cpim പൊളിറ്റ് ബ്യൂറോ അംഗവുമായ മണിക് സർക്കാരാണ്. മണിക് സർക്കാരിനെ കേരളത്തിൽ പരിചയപ്പെടുത്തേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. കേരളത്തിലെ സ്വന്തം നേതാവ് എന്നുള്ള നിലയ്ക്കാണ് അദ്ദേഹത്തെ അംഗീകരിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളത്. ത്രിപുരയിലെ പ്രശ്നങ്ങളെക്കുറിച്ച് നമുക്ക് അദ്ദേഹത്തോട് ചോദിക്കാം. വെൽക്കം കോമ്രേഡ്. Actually, Kerala people are very curious about to know what is happening in Tripura. Because last the local body election, there is so many complaints and problems there. What is the stage of left and Cpim in there in the state?
No, in brief, what I can say, in Tripura, after the assumption of the office by BJP and IPFT together, after a gap of some few months, the Constitution of India does not work in Tripura. Opposition political parties, mainly targeting Communist Party of India Marxist, the BJP has been busy in throttling them. Right to express mind, feeling, raising questions, all these rights have been snatched. Even media. It is called one of the important pillars of our constitution and democracy.
Yeah.
That is not being spared. Media houses and media person physically attacked. Other than a very few exceptions, those who are actually blindly following this regime. And in democracy, parliamentary democracy, election is very important. Either maybe local self-government election or assembly election or parliament election, whatever might be. So, when this government came, during this period, 48 or 49 months, 3-tier panchayat elections took place. Then urban development bodies, this is also local self-government, took place. Tripura tribal areas, autonomous district council, very important. Considering the Tripura historical background and present situation, very important organization that was actually set up by the government of Tripura. Of course, because of amendment of constitution, that was also forced by the left forces of Tripura to the central government to accept this amendment. That election, moreover, more importantly, parliament election, 2019 election. By and large, the electorates are deprived of exercise their franchise freely and fearlessly. All out rigging took place. And you have asked me a categorical question with regard to urban bodies election that is held recently, I think 2 months back. That is in Agartala town. Not only Agartala town, 20 bodies are there. All those things actually have been created by the left-front government, other than Agartala. So, out of these 20 local self bodies, urban bodies, in 7, no opposition political parties were allowed to submit nomination paper of their chosen candidates, nominated candidates. By doing that, BJP, without any contest, they captured. That means occupied. Occupied means what? It is not a democratic word. Occupied. The remaining 13, Cpim and left together, facing all odds, despite all sorts of attacks, they actually did not leave the field of election. They submitted nomination paper of their candidates. But ultimately, on the day of election, even 2 days early, for the particular day of election, they started meting out threats, collected their supporters, Muslims, with arms, this, that, keeping police onlooker, like toy, wooden toy. They did what they wanted to do. Agartala, since you have asked, I am telling, I was also voter of Agartala town. So where I voted, that school name is Agartala Shishu Bihar School. That is the #1 school in our state. Every year, in the
It's a government school.
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
in 10 class final exam, 12 class final exam, out of the first 10, 2, 3, 4, 5 actually come out from this particular school. That is a very known school. So yes, at this school distance from the Chief Minister's official residence, hardly 200 meters.
Oh.
Even in that school, started rigging after 11:30 a.m. So you can well imagine. And from that school, from that polling booth, headquarter of Tripura Police, where Director General of Police sitting, coordinate the activities and works of the police.
Police itself.
So that headquarter distance from this particular polling booth of Shishubar school, that is also not more than 200 meters. From this, you can well imagine, in that school, 3 polling booths were there. Merrily, the BJP Musclemen, they organized rigging. So from this you can well imagine what happened there. So my point is this, you see, actually situation is very, very bad. That's why you actually saying that fascistic attack is going on.
In media is campaigning here and in on the every states that Tripura there is no CPM cadres at a mass basis, not all eroded. What is actually the stage of CPM?
Now, I would rather say very humbly, if there is no CPM, if it is finished, vanished, why attacks after attacks are being concentrated against CPIM? Even CPIM's state committee office, district committee office, located in Agartala town, that is the capital town of Agartala. From there also, police station headquarter distance maybe 500 meter, and also Chief Minister office maybe 300 to 400 meter. In the broad daylight, these were attacked. Media houses, 3-4 media houses were attacked. I am telling. So if all these are vanished, then why these attacks? Why these attacks? So very humbly, rather I would put this question instead of analyzing all these things. We should not beat our own drum, and we should not exaggerate our own strength. With all humility, I would rather say, yes, they are trying to finish us, but communist cannot be finished. From the blood drop of a martyr, of communist martyr, new communist takes birth. That is the history.
One more question that in the last election, BJP campaigned that there is a two engine to develop Tripura. But actually there is a two engine in the government.
If you consider, yes, state government, if it is a bus, there is an engine. The central government, if there is a bus, if that is a bus, they must have their own engine. So if both these engines meet together, then double engine. So in that way, the explanation, it cannot be ignored of. No? So yes, that was the campaign. During last 2018 Assembly election, Prime Minister himself, now this gentleman has become the Home Minister. At that point of time, he was the President of National BJP. So both of them and other ministers. Now that gentleman is Defence Minister. At that time, he was Home Minister. Rajnath Singh. Other ministers are also there. Some chief ministers, including UP chief minister, Assam chief minister, and some other states run by BJP, they also mobilized there. They did not leave any stone unturned to dislodge the left-front government. A small state, 40 lakhs population, only 60 assembly segments, only 2 parliament segments. But that is not the point. Point is, communists are gaining ground, expanding their base. Under their leadership, on left-front government is ruling the state. They are showing the alternative path to BJP-led government, earlier Congress-led government.
Okay.
Understand? So in this situation, they took it ideologically, politically, administratively, organizationally. They mobilized all their resources, money, muscle power, media, and false commitment. 2,299 points, places were there. 10 action points were there. So 4 years already elapsed. They have not yet implemented anything. Now people have started realizing falsehood. They are misled. Now they have started touching their forehead with folded hand, shedding tears. They are coming to us. So please forgive us. We have committed mistake. We thought that we would get more relief, more benefits from this so-called the theory of double engine government. Now we are being cheated. We are being actually ignored. Nobody is there to take care of us. That is the feeling of the common people. Economic condition is very bad. Before COVID, there was actual virtual recessionary situation. Because purchasing capacity of the common people not taken care of. Rega, led by left-front government in Tripura, it stood fast in the country, 94 days. Actually, on an average yearly, 80 to 84 days. Now it has come down to even below 50. This year, every year in all states, at least 5, 10, 15 rupees wages are increased. In your state, Kerala, Kerala also, I think, rupees 10 is increased for this year. But for Tripura, not rupee 1 also this year. No increase. Why? Corruption.
Corruption.
Hundreds and crores of rupees diverted in wrong channel, no accounting, corruptions. So that's why perhaps they are being not allowed for further enhancement of the wages. Of course, rate is not that big. So this is what is going on. And even it is announced by the RD department of the Government of India, if all these wrong accounting are not put to rail order, this time they may not get money for Rega. So Rega, for last 4 years, the people have been losing job, losing money, losing wages. One unique program launched by the left-front government, the then left-front government, it is called TWEP, like Rega in urban areas. That the left-front government used to create 65 to 75 days. Now it has been reduced to 15 to 18 days. They are also not getting wages. Line departments, development departments. So there is no work. So how people will survive? Particularly the tribal areas people, Muslim areas people, scheduled caste areas people, OBC, among the OBCs, downtrodden, they are facing a lot of trouble. Most importantly, what I should say, our younger generation, unemployed youth, they have been cheated like anything.
Oh.
They have been cheated like anything. So, and the employees, they have also been cheated like anything. So, this is what is going on
But
there.
we have also a hope.
And during COVID, serious condition. It appeared that there is no government. Healthcare facilities was in doldrum.
Oh.
Was in doldrum. So, but the left from government, it has taken to the grassroots level. Set up medical colleges. Tripura is a small state, not like Kerala. So during this government's period, 2 medical colleges have been set up. Nurses institutions have been set up. Paramedical institutions have been set up. Hundreds of people passing their exams, they are waiting. They are not being absorbed. But the hospitals are suffering from dearth of doctors, nurses, paramedics. So this is what is going on. So I don't like to narrate all these things. It may take time.
There is a left front have a hope to fight this anti-people government.
Right from the beginning, we have been fighting. That's why we are under attack. If there was no fight, no struggle, they have killed 22 of our comrades, injured thousands of mother and sisters crying against them, rising like anything. Those who have been physically attacked, injured, a good number of them could not go to hospital even.
Oh.
And people are, large chunk of the attacked people, men and women, they even could not go and cannot go police station. And police, instead of taking cases, FIR, they are rather threatening people, asking them to settle down all these things, or lodging another concocted cases. This is the role of police. This is under the direction of the government. All these things are being done. So people have lost their faith in police. But these police of Tripura, they fought back extremist problem in Tripura.
Oh.
With the help of the people, democratic help of the people. And that's why Tripura police earned the president's color. Since independence, so far, 5 states have been able to earn president's color. Out of these 5 or 6, Tripura is one. So these police, they have been taken to such a pass. Now people have lost their confidence in police and faith in police. They cannot be blamed. Right. The political regime, they are using them like their stools.
ഇതാണ് ത്രിപുരയിൽ നടക്കുന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ. അവിടുത്തെ BJP ഗവൺമെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ ഭരണം, അവിടുത്തെ രാഷ്ട്രീയ പശ്ചാത്തലം, CPIMൻ്റെ തിരിച്ചു വരാനുള്ള ശക്തി എല്ലാം അദ്ദേഹം വിവരിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞു. അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് നന്ദി തരുന്നു. നമസ്കാരം.